I'm on. Okay, I see it is 1:30. I believe the recording is already in progress. For the record, this is Vice Chair Barry standing in for Chair Doherty. Time is 1:30. We will begin. Did I call it to order? I call this meeting to order. Meeting's called to order. And we begin by having Karen do the roll call, please.
There we go. Hi, I'm Karen Parkman. I'm the program coordinator for the Oregon Racing Commission, and roll call for today is Vice Chair Quinn Berry.
Present.
Commissioner Conde. Commissioner Conde.
Commissioner Conde said he might be late. He's actually in court, so there's a possibility he may not make it.
Okay, so he may be excused then. Commissioner Fowler.
Present.
Commissioner Beckstead.
Oh, good. He's here. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a forum. Commissioner Beckstead, you're on mute.
Good afternoon.
Present, okay. And of course, Chair Doherty is excused today.
All right. Then I believe first item on the agenda is approving the meeting agenda for this month. May I have a motion?
I move to approve the agenda.
And a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you very much. And approval of the April minutes. May I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Thank you very much. And a second?
I'll second.
Look at this, the business estate getting done, guys. Rock and roll. Old business, we have the director's report. Executive Director Connie Wynn will present that. Connie, take it away.
Oh, sorry, this is Kelly Rapp from DOJ. Can I jump in really quick? We need a vote before.
Oh, I apologize. See, I said that Chair Doherty would have me set up so that I couldn't fail. Here we go. Do I need to start the whole thing over again, or can we just have a vote in order?
You need a vote on the meeting agenda.
Okay.
And need a vote. Wait, you guys.
I did it all out of order. I screwed it all up, Connie. It was a simple assignment and I boogered it all up.
You're doing great.
Well, I appreciate that. How about this? Let's all vote on the meeting agenda. All in favor, say aye.
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 Let's all vote on the April meeting minutes. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Let's all vote on a new vice commissioner.
And then acting chair Barry, you would say both passed unanimously.
Both passed unanimously. All right. Thank you all for your patience. Now, on to director's report. Thank you, State of Oregon, for putting so many bumpers on the rails. This is great.
We believe in you, Commissioner Barry.
Oh, you have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Okay, let's see if I can mess this up. Good afternoon, Vice Chair Barry, acting chair for this session, and esteemed commissioners. I am Connie Wynn, the Executive Director of the Oregon Racing Commission. I'm happy to announce that once again, we have been honored with the Honor Roll Certificate for our steadfast commitment to excellence in managing and reporting accounts receivable. A special acknowledgement goes to Karen Parkman for her dedicated work in this area. As an aside, this morning, I noticed a post on the Grants Passed Down's Facebook page, and it announced that they have joined with the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance in promoting rehoming of racehorses. I've also seen some industry advertisement. Great work, industry. I'm quite impressed on how fast you've taken some of this on. I know we're going to be hearing from Linnell as well. I think she has some similar news. In the past month, our team has diligently been preparing for the upcoming fair meets. The inaugural event will take place in Union in early June. Our commission has recently released our annual survey and will be distributing it to all stakeholders for completion. We are also reaching out to licensees, individual licensees via email to ensure comprehensive participation. This is a new step that we have not taken in the past. We couldn't figure out how to get the emails in the right format in the past. It's not that we intentionally didn't, but we have a way around that now. I encourage associations to extend the survey to their own stakeholders, as it is readily available, and it is currently readily available on our homepage. Lastly, I would like to remind everyone that effective July 1st, 2024, we will be transitioning to Microsoft Teams for our communication needs. This decision was made due to the streamlined integration with our current technology and its advanced features compared to Zoom. For those unfamiliar with Teams, I urge you to download it well in advance of our July meeting. Conveniently, a link to the software is provided on our website homepage. With that said, I conclude my report. Thank you all for your attention and ongoing support.
Thank you, Director Nguyen. Next item is the Budget Committee report.
And
Budget
you'll
Committee
come back
report.
and
Take it away.
I have that one too. I should have just kept going. Good afternoon again. Before I get going, I want to remind you that the reason that I am giving this report is because the chair of this committee has decided to go and attend a rock and roll concert to see the Rolling Stones, and is currently on a train on her way back. So I'm excited to hear how that went. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and give you the Budget Committee overview. The committee convened promptly at 9 a.m. on Monday, May 13th. The meeting commenced with a high-level overview of our positions within the legislative budget process. During the session, we scrutinized various factors crucial for future distributions of HUB funds. Notably, we acknowledge unexpected pay raises of 6.5% and 6% the following year, this biennium, exceeding our initial budgeted allocation of 3% annually. Additionally, recent revelations dictate budgeting for a 5% inflation rate for the next biennium, marking a 2% increase from our earlier projections. Despite surpassing our expectations for the current biennium, these developments forecast a significant shortfall for special payments in the next biennium, emphasizing the necessity to refrain from dipping into our reserve at this juncture. The committee delved into potential modifications concerning handle reporting, slated for further exploration and deliberation by the ADW subcommittee or committee. Furthermore, we addressed the financial implications of legislative concepts, identifying 7 proposals for progression. The estimated cost of legislative review by the Legislative Council stands at $225 per hour. Potentially, though, that could total several $1,000s for each concept. While optimistic that prior reviews by the Legislative Committee on several of these should save us considerable time, we conservatively earmarked $20,000 previously unbudgeted to cover potential expenses. Lastly, we deliberated on the escalating expenses associated with jockey insurance. Initially, I assured the fairs that we would be able to most likely cover those costs. Consequently, we advocate maintaining the current allocations from the HUB funds, aligning with a prudent course of action in light of current projections and additional expenses. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. And next we have the discussion on addition to current rule in process 462-160-0-2 0130 parentheses 8 subject B albuterol -1.
Back to me. This was something, and I thank Rod Lowe for bringing this to my attention. In the process of this rule being reviewed for the purpose of making some of the changes we've already previously discussed in medication, one of the individual directors at the National Quarter Horse Association noticed that there was some conflicting information in the rule. This is more of a house cleaning issue. What had happened is probably 10 years ago, we had clarified that elements such as clenbuterol and like substances are not allowed in the quarter horse population. There's one part in this rule where, at least one part we found so far where a subsection contradicts that and doesn't make that cutout for the quarter horse. I just wanted everyone to be aware that is our intent to clean all of that up in this rulemaking process, and we'll address the specific locations in the hearing for this rule. I know that the quarter horse people are on. If I didn't capture that correctly, please feel free to add on to that. Otherwise, I think that pretty much covers it. So that's in there just so you'll know that there's additional work being done, but it's not new. It's just clarification. It's just making sure it's consistent throughout the rule. Any questions on that? Okay.
New business. Discussion and possible approval to begin rulemaking process for 462-120-0010. Who must be licensed?
And I will cover this again. It looks like I have pretty much everything on here until we get to 9. And Linnell, thank God, I'm going to be tired of talking by then. So what this does is this just outlines that initially when we had put some of our rules together, we had outlined that any of the ADW licensees who had that were in Oregon had licenses and ADW employees. Unfortunately, when we initially had done that, all of the staff that did any of the record information with the records, including customer service or taking wages, were all in Oregon. Since that time, some of the rules have changed and a lot of those employees are out of state. We just want to make sure that if they're touching the records of our account holders, that they have an appropriate license. So we've just added a little blurb in there saying that they also have to be licensed if they have access to account holders' information. So with that, I hope that you will vote to approve the rulemaking process on that.
May I have a motion to approve the rulemaking process?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, both of you. Go for it. Number 7.
Right, you have to vote.
You have to
No,
vote.
we have to go. Crap, doggone it, Micah. See, look, all these people looking out for me. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? So moved. Discussion, number 7, discussion and possible adoption of the following rules. 462-140-0150 address change. I assume that's of the location of ORC.
Correct. That one still had the address of the Portland office, which we're no longer maintaining.
It's still that way on Google too. I Googled ORC this morning and it told me that was where we are. Yeah. Do we need to? Oh,
Yes,
vote
we did vote on, well, for these 4, these 3 that are coming up, I can tell you the first 2, these are exactly the same as when we had submitted to them and you approved their, the opportunity to put them up in rule. The only thing we need is for you to read each one and to get a motion and approve them to become to be adopted. The last one, there's some changes on I need to discuss first. So if you want to do those first two, you can.
Okay, let's vote on individually. So do we want to, may I have a motion to change the address of ORC headquarters?
I'll make that.
Actually,
Oh,
you'll need a motion to adopt.
To adopt, motion to adopt. Okay.
Motion
May I have
to adopt the rule regarding the address change.
Got it. May
I'll second it.
All right. And all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? I think I got that one right. I'm getting
Passes
better.
unanimously.
Look at that. Passes unanimously. And a motion to move? No, a motion to,
Nope, you don't have to do anything at this point except for let me talk about the next one.
okay, okay.
The next one is amends a retention schedule. The rule is essentially the same as how it was submitted. However, our legal counsel provided us with some cleaned up the language a bit. I'm not sure if you all had a chance to look at that in your packet. I can read the changes in it. It does not change the meaning of what we had whatsoever. I'll go ahead and for the record read it. Would you like me to read the way that we first submitted it and the new, or just the new?
I'd be satisfied with just the new unless either of the other commissioners present would like to hear it in its entirety.
Yeah, I'm fine with just the new language as well.
I am
Great.
as well.
For accounts, I need to move it so I can actually see it. For accounts close after on or after July 1st, 2024, an applicant must maintain all customer account related documentation for a minimum of 3 years or for the duration of self-exclusion period, whichever is greater, except as otherwise provided by this rule. Account-related information includes, but is not limited to, wagering activity, deposits, and withdrawals. For self-excluded individuals whose elected period is beyond 3 years, the applicant only is required to maintain documentation necessary to identify self-excluded individuals and retain those records for the duration of the self-excluded period. Electronic customer communication, including but not limited to emails, text, social media, must be retained for a period of not less than 1 year. Audio recordings must be retained for a period of not less than 3 years. And just to give you a little background on this, the reason this rule was put in place is because some of our IT some of the vendors for online services such as Google or these app stores have certain privacy settings where they require you to get rid of some information. Without putting this in, we had a problem being able to keep the information of self-excluded people who had gambling problems, so we could make sure they couldn't open up an account again.
And we need a motion for this one, unless there are questions or discussion.
And you need a motion for this to be adopted.
Okay, may I have a motion to adopt this?
I'll move to adopt this rule.
I'll second.
And a second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so moved. That puts us on to the discussion on jockey insurance increase. Probably not a shock that it's increasing.
Vice Chair Barry, I don't think we got a vote on 7B 462130010.
Information. Okay, okay. May I have a motion to adopt 462-130-0010, which removes contradictory information?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oh, nobody opposed. Unanimously. Thank you. Discussion on jockey insurance increase. Director Nguyen.
And Commissioner Barry, I have already addressed that in my briefing on the budget, so that is now no longer necessary to discuss.
Okay. And then Linnell.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Vice Chair Barry and Commissioners. I'm Linnell Fox-Smith. I'm the Executive Director of the Oregon Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association. And I have two items I'd like to share with you today. The first one is our policy on horse slaughter. Following discussions with Commissioner Beckstead and other stakeholders, our board felt it was very important to have our policy established and posted on our website. So that is on our website currently, and you have a copy of that in your packet. We're also very excited to be offering an off-track thoroughbred scholarship. We will be offering $1,000 to an individual who acquires an Oregon bred who is raced at least once in their career and is retired. And that horse goes on to retraining for equestrian or rodeo events. And we'll be able to offer that scholarship for 4 years. We have the funding to do that. So we're excited to have that going. We're going to be advertising it this summer and hopefully get lots of applicants by the September 30 deadline. So we appreciate everybody's help in spreading the news on that as well. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those.
If I may, I just want to commend you, Linnell, and the Oregon Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association for doing the right thing by your amazing athletes and taking a position to oppose the slaughter of these animals and encourage second careers for them. And I would love to see the same action by the quarter horse people, and hopefully that will be forthcoming. So thank you again, Linnell.
You're welcome. Thank you for your input as well. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? Okay, good stuff. Nope. Oh, do we have a public comment period? Is that where we take a break from public comment? Is there public comment?
Yeah, we need to get public comment from anybody who has it. Any public comment?
Going once, going twice, sold American. We will now go to the executive session, which is closed to the public.
And you have to read that little statement.
This number 10 here, okay. Pursuant to ORS 192.660, Section 2, subsection F, for the purpose of discussing proposed legislative concepts, information which is exempt from public disclosure. All right, and we will return to the Zoom meeting following this discussion. Okay, we're back. Back to the agenda. We have no contested case. Is everybody back? Maybe we should take roll a second time and make sure we have everybody.
I see all three of us here, so I think we should be good.
Okay, good deal. Good. And Director Wynn has made it back as well, I assume. I'm on a phone, so my view is not the same. Oh, there, yeah, I see her. Okay, okay. No contested cases. Confirmation of the next commission meeting. Next commission meeting is scheduled for June 20th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. via Zoom. Questions? May I have a movement to adjourn this meeting?
Move to adjourn.
Wait.
Oh, yep, nope, go ahead. Sorry, I missed something.
I do
Karen?
think that we have to state what time we left executive session and came back into public session.
Was that
And then we
2:16?
can adjourn.
Is that what I had?
I would just call it 2:17.
2:17, okay. We adjourned the executive session at 2:17 p.m. on May 16th, 2024.
Move to adjourn.
A second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate your patience with me and your assistance and all the good conversation. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.